Nhleko has launched a campaign to end the violence against foreign nationals. He's joining us now on the line from Mpangeni in northern KwaZulu-Natal to discuss the campaign and the arrest police have made last night in connection with the Alexandra xenophobic attacks. Minister, good morning and thank you very much for your time. I would rather like to start about what has taken you to the northern part of KwaZulu-Natal this morning.
Firstly, it's precisely because one has been also in engagements of various sorts with different sort of leaders, and specifically this weekend I was interacting with the most influential sort of churches and church leaders in our community, starting with the leader of the Nazareth Baptist Church here in KZN, Washembe, who also has gladly welcomed this initiative and are willing to participate and issue a message, for instance, with, yes, of course, targeted to the particular sector and the constituency that they are responsible for. But I also had an opportunity to engage and interact with the bishop of the Zionist Christian church, the ZCC, up in the north, Bishop Lechanyane, around the same matter, and they are also welcoming, and they want to actively participate in a campaign of this particular nature and so on. So there've been those kinds of engagements. And of course, as you would know, yesterday afternoon, we launched the One Humanity campaign, which we intend to use as a platform for mass mobilization and mass education, for instance, around issues of xenophobia, and also seek to impact on patterns of behavior from our side with regards to issues of foreign nationals.
Now, Minister, yesterday when you were launching the We Are One Humanity campaign, you did say that there will be more details that will be coming out later. Exactly how do you expect us as South Africans to take part in this campaign? Practically, what are we going to be doing?
There are various activities that we will be embarking upon, one of which is the question of community outreach programs, which we seek to use as a platform to, yes, deal with issues of condemnation of such senseless attacks and so on, but also largely is to emphasize the importance of unity and tolerance amongst all in our communities and so on. But we also need to use such a platform for the creation of social, economic, and cultural cohesion within our communities, and in specific terms, and in particular amongst Africans and so on.
Okay. Now, Minister,
that's the one pillar.
Yeah. Now, I wish you were in the studio so we can talk face to face. Always difficult on the telephone, but I just wanted to move on in the interest of time. That's just one pillar. I'm sure we'll be following up to see what else will be happening. I would like a comment from you as a Minister of Police. I don't know how you've heard the news that the Gauteng police have managed to arrest 3 suspects in connection with that brutal killing of Mozambican national Emmanuel Sithole in Alex at the weekend. They arrested 3 suspects overnight. They are looking for a 4th one. How do you respond to that?
No, our police and the other law enforcement agencies have done very well, not only just in relation to the arrest of these suspects and so on, but generally in terms of response and the containment of violence that sprang up in KZN and then spread over to Gauteng, and it's now reported in other areas as well. So I think we need to appreciate, all of us as South Africans, the amount of effort and commitment on the side of the policemen and women in dealing with this particular issue. But we also need to then say that beyond the question of law enforcement, what is it that all of us have got to do in stemming the tide of these negative developments amongst ourselves as a society?
Okay, Minister, while I have you on the line, you are in KwaZulu-Natal, where the bulk of the latest xenophobic attacks started. The Zulu King, Gudu Zedithini, has been linked with remarks to say that maybe what he said sparked off this. He has said he was quoted out of context. Today, there's a big imbizo at Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. What would you expect as a government minister the King to say? He is, after all, a citizen like you and me.
It's a difficult question in the sense that I can't speak for the king. I wouldn't know what he would say there. But we welcome the king's initiative, and it's part of the discussions and engagements that have taken place between ourselves, the king, and the provincial government. For an example, in looking at this particular issue and how we need to deal with certain aspects of it. But our understanding is that the gathering for today is about calling for peace, is about calling for unity, is about calling for tolerance and so on. And it's about calling for a stop to these particular attacks against foreign nationals and so on. So it's part of the, part of the broader and the myriad of activities that South Africans are embarking upon to deal with this specific problem.